Hello everyone, my name is Gabby Sanchez and my topic is pharmacodynamics for my project Neuroscience 106 course at UC Riverside. What is pharmacodynamics? Pharmacodynamics is a branch of pharmacology, and the overall purpose of this teaching is it will teach us the way of the mechanisms and the effects of how the drugs or medicines work in our bodies. So we see in the picture here how we take a dosage of medicine or drugs and we see how the mechanisms will be affected in our body and how they affect us. Agonist versus antagonist. An agonist drug will activate the receptor. Drugs will occupy to this receptor, meaning they'll fit in the receptor, and as a result, it will create an effect. So the receptor shown in the picture is actually a macromolecule that binds a drug and mediates its pharmacological action. An antagonist, which is the opposite, will not activate this receptor. Drugs will occupy the receptor, but as a result will block receptor activation. Therefore, there is no effect. Direct versus indirect. Direct can be either agonist or antagonist. And this means that the drug will bind and activate this receptor at all the same sites as the neurotransmitter. But indirect can also be agonist or antagonist, but the drug will bind anywhere in the receptor, anywhere else than the neurotransmitter site. This will create the enhancement of the neurotransmitter action, but it will not imitate its action. How much does the drug bring in effect? We have partial agonist, partial antagonist, full agonist, or antagonist. For partial agonist, the drug will bind and activate to the given receptor, but it will not have incomplete efficacy relative to a full agonist or neurotransmitter. For partial antagonist, the drug only incompletely defeats the effect of the neurotransmitter. For full agonist or antagonist, the drug will fully activate or defeat the action of the neurotransmitter. Here we have an example. We have caffeine, which is my favorite. It's a stimulant direct full antagonist drug, but it reverses the agonistic effects of adenosine, which adenosine is what represses and increases drowsiness, but caffeine is trying to prohibit this. It prohibit adenosine's effects, which is why we actually will have higher levels of becoming wakeful, restless, we get more energy, and this results also in increasing levels of dopamine in the brain. And here we have some memes of Baby Yoda. You may call it coffee, I call it my emotional support beverage. And we have here the little caffeine molecule. And that's it. Thank you for listening on this topic of pharmacodynamics and how it teaches us how the mechanisms of the drugs work in our body. Thank you.